Okay, so let's dive in. Scott, since you're gonna turn into a pumpkin on us, are any of the things we talked about on the agenda that you wanted to talk about before you leave?
Yeah, I probably should talk about for those crews that are signed up for 2026, where they should be. Um, that's probably where my head is tonight,
Okay,
and you guys chime in.
sure.
I can tell you what I'm doing with our crews, but in general, most crews, if you aren't a 12-person crew, continue to recruit. Keep trying to fill those spots. There's a lot of advantages to having a full crew, primarily spreading that crew weight out is probably the number one thing, and having a lot of hands to do your duty roster for your crew lead. So continue recruiting if you don't have a full crew. And a little bit may be dependent on where you live. I'm here in Texas, and it is brutally hot in the summertime. I don't like to do any shakedown hikes over the summer for our groups. It's just not something you're going to experience too much at Philmont. It won't be as brutal, in my opinion. So what we did for 2026 is back in April and early May, we did a two weekender thing where one weekend we just did a day hike. We talked about trail etiquette, went through our personal gear list, made sure everybody knew what they needed on a trek. And then a couple of weekends later, we did a one-nighter at a local scout camp, did an outpost where they had a Philmont style campsite, and we ran through the duty roster backwards and forwards, making sure everybody had those skills, or at least were introduced to those skills on throwing bear ropes and using the sump and the two-pot method. And so if you're not as brutal summers, you might be wanting to do some of that work this summer where you live with your